Coming up next, 5 of my favorite tea ginger fragrances, kind of a Far East Asian theme that I think is wonderful for people who want lighter, fresher fragrances, but not freshies. Find out what they are coming up next. Welcome back, everybody, to Joel the Nose, and here I am at Osme Perfumery in Miami, and I hope everybody's having a great New Year so far. And today's video is going to be 5 of my favorite, kind of, I would say, Far Eastern Asian themed fragrances. Obviously, huge market worldwide as people from the Far East kind of become more accustomed to Western tastes. And I wanted to introduce 5 fragrances that I think are great for people who are looking for that kind of tea-based, ginger, kind of just, you know, those elements that are very popular in Eastern, Far Eastern culture. And in no particular order, I'm gonna go first from WHIAN. This is ginger. I love ginger as a material in perfume making. One of my favorite ginger fragrances is from Mark Buxton. It's called Devil in Disguise, but this one to me is right there with that one. This ginger, it just has a dual aspect to me of both invigorating and calming, and it depends on the mood you're in, depends what time of day it is. If I put this on in the morning, it gives me this like boom, kind of like, all right, pep in the step, ready to go, ready to dance, ready to do whatever. But if I put it on when I come home at night after work and I'm tired, it's perfect to just chill. Ginger has that kind of very interesting dual aspect to it depending on your mood, and I love it, so that's a great one, Ginger by WHIAN. Next, we're gonna go to Rosendo Mateo. This is number 1. And you can see there, number 1, without it, sometimes it's hard to see with that reflection. Anyways, you could probably, maybe you could read, the notes are bergamot, tea leaf, sandalwood. Bergamot, right, does it get more classic as far as an opening note, gives it a little fresh citrus kick, and then the dry down goes right into that. I love this. This is so fresh. It's so happy. This is just a happy fragrance. I like to describe fragrances more in terms of not notes per se, as much as how it makes you feel. And if you look at the study perfumers and you look at the great perfumers, that's how they relate to it too. They don't relate to it necessarily as specific notes, or they try to capture smells and emotions. And this to me is a happy fragrance. That tea, that bergamot, that citrus, that liveliness, and then that sandalwood in the base. It's just creamy, it's light, it's smooth. You can see, look at the color of the juice even. It's just, these are all lighter, nice, well accommodating fragrances for any type of situation. And that's gonna lead me to my number 3, what's considered probably one of the classic legendary fig tea fragrances in the modern niche era, and this is fig tea from, of course, NIKOLAI. Fig tea from NIKOLAI. And this is one that's got osmanthus, it's got jasmine, it's got green mate. So this is that mate. If you're not aware of mate, it's a green tea that's very popular in a country, for example, like Argentina. If you ever see Messi walking around on the sideline or anywhere, a lot of them will have like a mug or a cup or a jug with like a metal straw coming out. If you ever wonder what they're drinking, that's what it is. It's mate tea. It's hugely popular here among the Argentine community in Miami. If you ever smelled it, it's a unique smelling tea. It's definitely more of a green tea, not a black tea, not a, not necessarily an oriental tea, but more, in my mind, of a Latin green tea. But fig, come on. Fig is obviously a very popular note worldwide, and this really is a great blend of all those. The fig, the osmanthus, which is again more of a popular plant or tree or flower from the Far East. So this is one, again, I think very well suited for people coming from Asian countries that are looking at a fragrance, a niche fragrance that is popular in the West. Next, sticking on that osmanthus theme, let's go to ORMAN Jane for osmanthus. And this has been around for a long time now, but look at that sprayer. This is not a tea fragrance per se. This is not a ginger fragrance. This is a very sharp osmanthus flower fragrance. But it's not too floral, it's not too cloying. It's just a wonderful, actually I'm gonna put it on my skin. I haven't smelled this one in a while, and when I was thinking about this video, this immediately popped in my head. Oh, so sexy, so elegant. In fact, I may put this on as my scent of the day because I've not worn it in a while, and it just exudes royalty, like class, I guess. Not royalty, because obviously very few people are royalty, but it exudes class. It exudes somebody who's wearing a fragrance that's not typical every day that you're gonna smell anywhere. And last but not least, I'm gonna go with Miller Harris's Tea Tonique. Tea Tonique. And Miller Harris, one of the brands that's relatively new on my radar, but this is kind of like, to me, a very great everyday tea fragrance, one that you would wear anywhere, one that is not necessarily green tea. This reminds me more of just a energetic tea, like something you would take maybe in the morning if you drink tea a lot to kind of get your day going. Maybe it's got some caffeine, it's got some, you know, bubbliness to it. Really, really, and Miller Harris, to me, as I've gotten to know their line, they have so many wonderful fragrances. They have another one actually called Hydra, which also is another amazing tea fragrance. So you can go with a few of them from Miller Harris. But if you haven't tried Tea Tonique, try it, try Hydra, one of them. They're just great brand. And again, I just like the color of the juice. It's very light, it's very fresh, it's clean. These are all fragrances, again, that are amazingly wearable in any situation. But to me, they're kind of fresh, they're lively, but they're also kind of soothing depending on your mood. So there you have it. I'll be back soon with another video. Thank you guys as always for watching, and hope you're having a great new year. Peace, love, and perfume.